Welcome to Plains Escape Corner, our little corner of the internet where we get together and talk about the things that help us escape. Ooh, baby. Break that like button. Oh, Kitty Bear, what are you doing up? How are you? How are you doing? What a day it is today. It is major cleaning before weekend day. And so now the whole house smells of like cinnamon rolls, which is great. Except I'm on a pretty strict cut right now, and cinnamon rolls sound delicious, but I can't do that. I can't be digging on a cinnamon roll and trying to cut some abs out of all this. It's just not how it works. But I drink water anytime I feel like I want something sweet. I'm like, oh, I really want something sweet. I'll just have some water instead. Make my body happy. But you know what? Cut or no cut, we're cracking open some Tanuki because that's just the kind of guy I am. Alrighty, we have got quite the evening ahead of us. I have been invited once again because I don't know exactly, but I'm happy for it. I'm extremely excited for it. I've been invited once again to go on to Brandon's channel. This time, we are going to be talking about what's coming up in summer 2022 that we should watch. What is going to be worth the time? What is what's on the docket, as we could say. So we're going to get through our reviews from the weekend. I have seen a lot this weekend, that is for sure. Very, very exciting time for anime. We've got the spring season closing up, so we'll review some of those. And then the majority of today is going to be going through the Annie list and adding stuff for our list for summer of 2022. So strap in, get ready to figure out what is going to be good, what is going to be and what we actually want to watch out of this. Let me change this real quick. Out of the summer 2022 season. So, kampai everyone. Let's jump into this spring review time. Let me edit. Zip the kampai. And we want to sort by last update. That makes it easier for me. All righty. This seems like I updated things that I had already seen. Anyway, Otome game. I am watching the dub, still quite enjoying it. We are up to the fun fight, the battle between the students and another nation, and it's still a blast, still a bunch of fun. We're going off the rails from the name of the game, but we finally get our annoyed off hero thinking, oh yeah, maybe I could be with the pretty girl. So very fun, good acting there. Quite enjoyed that. Heart of Kunoichi Tsubaki continues to be Heart of Kunoichi Tsubaki. I mean, at this point, I don't know how you could make it exciting, like just out of nowhere, just be like, blah, you know, pop something out and we get all excited for it. Couple of Cuckoos. You know, we started this season saying, oh man, that's a weird title. My brain and my mouth all read it, couple of Cuckoos. And you know, maybe if I had said Cuckoos from the beginning, we could have all been thinking about cuckoo birds that lay their eggs in other birds' nests and force other birds to raise their kids. And then it would have been like, oh, I know where this is going. No wonder that the hospital mixed up the babies. I talked to a medical guy. I was like, hey, you got your medical guy and you have baby. Tell me, like, how hard is it to lose a baby in a hospital? Very, very difficult. Exactly. And now we may get some hint as to what's going on. So those are the ones that are still ongoing that I have caught up with there. Oh man, Skeleton Knight in Another World. that one, we are almost done. Wait, we are Dunzo. We are Dunzo. Yes, Skeleton Knight Another World. Quite enjoyed it. That one was quite a bit of fun. It was the. I really, really wish it stayed a little bit more on the helping Granny cross the street, helping little girl defend herself from herbs, as it kind of ramps up a little bit. Like I wanted a little more flatline of like crazy overpowered skeleton doing mundane tasks before we get to skeleton destroys the monster of all monsters by summoning his own monster. But you know what? It was a fun ride. It was a very, very fun ride, all things considered. Instead, you're making fun of your fetish. Yes, that is true. You can do that. You can make fun of it, whatever it may be. Whatever it may be. I won't say. I'll let you figure it out. You're always sad when a season ends. And don't be sad. As long as... Here's the key, right? If it leaves you wanting more, that means you had a great time with it. That's just how I see it. That's how I think about these things. For example, you know what? I've praised Love After World Domination. I'll do it again. It had such a good ending. From the very beginning of that ending episode, we all knew what was going to happen at the end. But the way that they made it happen at the end, oh, so fantastic. So freaking great. I will never cease to sing the praises of Love After World Domination. And I don't ever need to see more. Now, if I get Love After World Domination, Blue plus Beast Princess, I will be very happy and very excited to get a spin-off series that delves more into Blue and Beast Princess growing an affection for each other. That would make me very happy. But I'm at peace with the way that it has ended. I like the all the profile pics in my chat. They're just dudes and beards. I seem to have a type in the chat here. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Blaine's Escape Corner's furry ass is late, was busy trolling somewhere else. So now you can call him late. Call that late, I guess. That furry ass is late. I love that it's a donkey. Is that a donkey? I hope that's a donkey. That little profile picture. Donkey has no beard. Donkey's got beard all over his body. Oh my goodness. What else did we wrap up? We have ended ya boy Kong Ming ending the season strong. We all knew it would be fantastic. We all knew it would end well. You know, you get that like, oh, of course, you know, this is how it's going to end, but like watching it unfurl is always wonderful. The Netherlands, UK has it 3 a.m. The Netherlands. That's where they make Old Amsterdam, the greatest cheese of all time. Anyway, ya boy Kong Ming, fantastic ending. I love the little I found out about your past band and the dudes like in a friggin' monster metal band like that. That I think is the greatest little tease of something that we've seen in that whole show. Because for the most part, the show sticks to what's current and what's now and what's happening like presently. There's not a lot of that like throwback or back in my past or anything like that. It really really just went well with what's present. But then this one little like, oh, remember your past, and it's a freaking monster metal band. That was amazing. That was amazing. Love After World Domination, you managed to get through it 2 days ago. Your only problem with it is Red's face. Ooh, the simplicity of the face? Because I think part of the simplicity of the face is a lot funnier after you meet his mom. Like meeting his mom, you're like, oh, I get it. They put just the gag character in as the main character, and it's hilarious because the whole point is that he's ridiculously strong. and that so is she. So I'm okay with it having that more simplistic face design. But I could see it not being everybody's cup of tea. But if they do a sequel, if they do Love After World Domination Blue or Code Blue or whatever they want to call it, Code Beast Blue or something, like that would be great. I would watch that crap out of that. We also wrapped up Greatest Demon Lord is Reborn as a Typical Nobody. And boy, was it the last 4 episodes? I think it's the last 4 episodes where they're like, hey, that show you've been watching? What if we do something totally different? And they're just like, whop, doing something different. And then they resolved the different, and now we're back. And I liked it. I liked the idea of, it's sort of the Goku idea of like, when you get too strong, who do you fight? Like when your character is too strong, what do you do? They actually tried to answer it with a obvious once you got into like this, like once the series was like, oh no, there's someone else called the Demon Lord, you're like, oh yeah, I know where this is going. So I won't spoil too much, but the place they went with it in that total random spin-off, let's do something else right now, definitely works. I thought it was executed quite well. I think it would have been more interesting if that had been like the entirety of the series. The fact that we got like 70% future where everything is him being like super strong, classic, build a harem, like it's just a normal like it's a reborn, so it's not technically isekai, but it is an isekai for all intents and purposes. But we get that sort of future for like 70-75%, and then just the last little bit is like, we're going to do this instead for a minute. And this was really interesting. I would have liked to see this as like the entirety of the season. But yeah, it very, very easily would have been a much better show, because 70% of that, I was like, man, this is so stupid. What's he going to do next? Because he's just too strong. Like, that was the whole show. And then it's like, oh, wait a minute. How is he going to do this? And then I felt like because they only gave themselves like 3 episodes to do that in, they weren't able to do too much interesting with the actual solution. So the solution ends up looking like, oh, just swing harder, punch harder, scream louder sort of solution. But I think I think there's more there that could have been wrung out. But I'll watch another season of that. I quite rather enjoyed Greatest Demon Lord. That was a very, very fun one. We also wrapped up Spy Family in one of the most disappointing endings of a season that the greatest show of the season could have. So since inception, have said this show is fantastic, but we need to wait to see if it becomes a best of the season, or if it's going to be like the best of the season, right? Like, people keep saying it's the best. They say it's tops. It's fantastic. It's very good. But when you end an episode with a puppy, and then in the next episode, you don't deliver on the puppy, I don't know if we can call you greatest show. Now, I know they've already announced season 2, so I'm sure we'll get to it in season 2. But the fact that they said, what about this? And then in the actual final episode, we're just like, well, we'll do this instead. It was a fun episode. It was like a redo of the castle episode, sort of, where it's just like, let's do something fun as a family. But I really, really, really felt a different team working on this episode compared to last week's episode. It was like, they've been doing so well up until here, making it feel like each episode is actually made by the same studio. This one, again, it just felt like a different episode that they put in the wrong spot. Question. Do you laugh also at Japanese pronunciation of foreign words like kurepu or nokurapu? I do, because you hear other words. Yes. Yes, I do laugh at it. I understand it because Japanese has 3 alphabets, and one of those alphabets is used exclusively for foreign words, or loan words they're called. So they have an alphabet to write things in, but it's also based on their alphabet. So like it doesn't have any L's, it doesn't have any B's. It does, like there's a bunch of stuff that is it B? No, it doesn't have any V's. There's a bunch of stuff that doesn't exist in that alphabet. So I know why it happens. It is still hilarious. Kampai to you, Dennis. Kampai. The funnier part is when they write, like at the petting zoo, there was a sign the first time we ever went to Japan, and it said in kana at the top, "Potuberi pig," but because there's no L's in Japanese, when they translated the kana, it said "potberry pig." So it's even funnier than just someone speaking those words would let it become. It is a constant source of joy for myself and my wife whenever we're in Japan, which hopefully will be soon. Because of the potberry pig. Oh, it's so good. Oh, it's so good. I think the last one that I finished currently for this season is going to be RPG Real Estate. And holy crap. Holy crap. We went from cute girls doing work stuff with like, and then all of a sudden there were shadowy undertones like, oh, what about this? Oh, there's a dragon destroying towns. Oh, there's prisons under the city. Oh, there's this. Oh, there's this. Oh, now we're fighting a dragon. Like it went from like cute girls eating cake and doing real estate to now we're fighting a dragon, but then we're not going to fight the dragon. And then holy crap, the arc, I still don't know if I like the payoff or not. If I like the solution, if I like the fact that it ended the way it did. I am torn. I am so torn. I'm so torn. I'm gonna put a Tequila Gundam on screen while I talk about the ending as a spoiler. So as long as Tequila Gundam is up here, just know that I'm talking spoilers. So you can fast forward if you want to not have spoilers. This is my little spoiler Gundam friend. And he's giving out spoilers for RPG Real Estate, so don't listen if you don't want spoilers. Fast forward until you get to the point of the video where you do not see me, but if you see me, then I am it is spoiler time. All right. When she got hit by the rampaging Fa and then fell through the trees and we heard the thump in episode 11, I was like, no way. No way did Cutesy Girl Show just pull the 180 and kill a cutesy girl. But that was a thunk. That was not a, oh, she fell through the trees, we'll see her next week caught by her underwear. That was a thump of a body hitting the forest floor. And sure enough, next episode, big tears, big cry, because she's dead. She's gone. She's just straight up not alive. No, nothing left there. And Fa comes back to her senses, is terrified and upset because she did this. The friends can't heal her because there's nothing left. The super saint can't heal her because her spirit's gone. It is whole. You're like, oh my gosh, they did it. They said, they promised me there were shadows of something darker and to watch out, and she lost her good luck charm, and this is amazing. Like I'm so sad, but it's still amazing that a story framed this way and designed this way is able to do this. Holy crap, I can't believe they did that. And then, of course, our little necromancer friend shows up and is like, oh, hey, I found the spirit of our friend. I'll put the spirit back in her body and now everything's okay. And then everything is okay. But they, for 20 minutes, they killed off, like actually dead, not there, doesn't talk, doesn't breathe, dead, a character. that took some cojones. There's some onions on the team that said, "Hey, what if we just do this?" Or the mangaka. Well, hold on. Is it? Let me pull it up. Is it based on a manga? It is based on a manga. RPG Fudosan. It's still releasing. I might read that manga just to see if it follows suit or what, because that was holy crap, unexpected. As much as I wanted it, like the whole time I was like, oh, I hope it gets kind of darker. Oh, I hope it gets kind of dark. I was not thinking they would go to kill off a character. Biggest surprise of the season, right there. All right, Tequila Gundam, you have a good rest of your day, friend. All right, okay, I'll have a pretty good time. You enjoy talking to other people about anime. Bye. Pew. I love Tequila Gundam. Greatest Gundam there is. I need to get a Tequila Gundam model. That's really what I need. And then I need to break it out every time we have like Margarita Mondays. Just have a little Tequila Gundam on the table. All right. Wow, it is cooking in this room. It is warm in the Northwest. Finally, but also annoyingly. Show me the lit. I want to do the search. Okay, there we go. There we go. Oh wait, I gotta do this other thing first. Give me just a moment while I get us prepped for looking at summer 2022. What is going to be the anime that we will watch? Will there be shows that will blow our mind? Will we find shows that we've never thought we'd watch before? 2022 summer format. I'm going to limit this to ONA TV short. Hold on, let me just look at TV shorts real quick. No, we will not look at TV shorts. Movies real quick. Yes, we can. Well, I mean, am I gonna? Let me just look at these movies real quick. I don't know that I'm going to be interested. No, we won't look at movies. We will just look at TV shows and ONA. And the reason we look at ONA, everyone, ONAs are Netflix shows. You think Windmill Gundam is about 800 yards away from you, but you might be psychotic. It's just a normal windmill. You never know. You might have to throw a burning finger at it and see what happens. Did you, I mean, I had a past episode where we talked about the ending of Healer Girl, but did you watch Healer Girl? The musical about girls with singing magic power that heals people, that was directed by the director of G Fighter Gundam? Did you watch it? It was great. It was amazing. I loved the colors. It was fantastic. All right, I'm going to add these to a double list. I'm going to add them to a 2022 summer list, as well as a want to watch list, because it will be easier for me to find them in the future if I do that. Shrink a little bit. There we go. If you haven't, it is well worth the watch. And especially now that it's all out, you can just binge it. Watch it Japanese, because it makes really good sense with the songs being in Japanese. I haven't seen it in dub at all, but I can, dubbed songs are either amazing or they're awful. You never get an in-between, and I just haven't watched the dub song, so I have no thoughts on what those are. All right. Let's browse. Devil is a part-timer. If you don't know me, I'm planning to watch this. I'm going to watch this, and I will finish this. I rather loved Devil is a Part-Timer Season 1, Devil is a Part-Timer Season 2. I hope it's just more of the same fun silliness of the overpowered devil working his whack Donald's part-time job. Rent a Girlfriend Season 2. Also going to watch this. I also rather enjoyed Rent a Girlfriend Season 1. I'm also excited Is the live action out or is it not out yet? Because it'd be fun to watch the live action of season 1 at the same time that we're getting season 2. Would be quite a bit of fun. Overlord 4. You all who like this show will watch this show. Show's not for me. I watched the first like half of the first season. I was just like, yep, I've seen these before, and this one doesn't quite have that je ne sais quoi that makes me stick around for like some real, good trash isekai. There wasn't any of the goofy like, oh well, let's see how this one turns out. Oh no, any of that or something. So I'll pass on it for this season, but I know there's a contingency of people similar to Kaguya-sama Love is War that will watch this no matter what I have to say. You're watching Decide Troublemaking, the animation. Just posted that in the wrong stream and got made fun of. Maybe we'll still make fun of you for watching Decide Troublemaking. I don't even I remember starting that show. I don't think I actually finished it though. Not like Classroom of the Elite. I need like 6 more seasons of this show. Quite enjoy it. It's got a little bit of that dark mystery going on. Love it. I just watched the Made in Abyss movie. It is a must-watch movie. Which one was the hold on, let me look at this real quick. Because there's like 3 movies, and 2 of them are just like bleh. They're like, oh, this is what happened in the TV series. So watch season 1, then you watch Made in Abyss, Dawn of the Deep Soul, and then you watch season 3. If you have not seen Dawn of the Deep Soul, you will not know what's going on with season 2 here. So definitely watch that. But I am stoked for it. Also stoked for Call of the Night. I have seen some manga panels posted now that this has been announced. And it looks like a ton of fun. We've got Vampire Girl. She's into the... I don't know why she's now into the modern era, or if she's just sort of like old school or came back from being somewhere else. But the interactions that I've seen with her, like shopping and stuff, like she's got an old brick, like 90s cell phone, like the kind that you would get installed in a car. And she's like, oh, new cell phones are so tiny. And it's like, where have you been for like 30 years? What is going on here? So I like it. It's fun. Plus, we got thigh highs, so that works out. And she's got a cape. She looks like a very modern vampire. Like she has a very, like, this is what a new vampire would wear if they went to Hot Topic or something like that. Like that's just what they would find. And they would wear that and they'd look pretty normal. So I'm stoked for this. Even the Leiden films, even with the studio, I still think that it should be good. Is it wrong to pick up girls in a dungeon? I don't know, because I didn't make it through season 2. I don't know why. I liked season 1. Season 1 was great. Season 2 just stopped. I just stopped. Sword Oratoria and everything. I was like, I don't know. I don't know what I'm supposed to watch anymore. And I just stopped trying. So that one will not be joining my list. Ooh, here we go. First unknown for me. When will Ayumu make his move? Ayumu Tanaka just fell in love at first sight with Urushi Yaotome, the head of the illegitimate shogi club, and joined the shogi club. Oh, they joined that has a weird sentence. But Ayumu has vowed not to confess his feelings until he can best Urushi, and he has a long way to go before he can stand up to her strategic brilliance. As Ayumi strives to beat his crush and confess, love becomes a battlefield both on and off the shogi board, while audiences wonder, when will Ayumu make his move? That sounds like fun. This sounds like this season's Daemon, where we have 2 people that are going to teach us all about some sort of traditional Japanese thing, in this case shogi, and we're going to get a fun little drama while they're teaching us how shogi works. And I like shogi. I've played it a little bit. I do not have the rules memorized. I have to look them up every time that I think about playing it, but it is basically the chess of Japan. So I will watch that. I will quite enjoy it, I'm sure. Just like I'm probably going to enjoy this next one. My Isekai Life. I gained a 2nd character class and became the strongest sage in the world. Not to be confused with strongest age with the weakest crest. Getting Isekai to a magical world, developing incredible powers is every otaku's wildest dream, but for Salaryman Yuji Sano, it's the stuff of absolute nightmares. He's in the middle of a mountain of work, and when he gets unwillingly pulled into a fantasy realm where he accomplishes the enviable feat of developing a second character class by making the most of his monster tamer abilities. Now he's traded the office for adventure to make a living, but he keeps getting roped into major events because his powers are unmatched, second to none, and he doesn't even realize it yet. That is exactly my kind of popcorn show that I love to just throw on while I'm eating dinner. That is fantastic. Can't wait for more of that this next season. My stepmom's daughter is my ex. I watched Domestic Girlfriend, and it has one of the greatest soundtracks, and the bartender's hilarious, and the show overall is like, what is going on here? So if this is anything like that, I'm gonna stick with it. What a weird concept Japan has with like, what if I like a girl, but then I break up with her, but then our parents get married. Oh, you're still up to date with Dungeon 1, but because you watch too much anime, movies, live streams, your mental hard drive is full, so you forget everything you haven't seen the last 3 days. Yeah, I get it. I understand 100%. 100%. Hold on, I gotta take a quick snip here. All right, there we go. There we go. All right. Cyberpunk Edge Runners. Say no more. Say no more. Studio Trigger. What else do you need to know? What else do you need to know? Huh? You like Cyberpunk? You like games in the Cyberpunk setting? Guess what? Studio Trigger lives in the Cyberpunk setting. Poosh. Shadow's House second season. I will have to catch up on season 1. But it's pretty good show overall. That's not funny. If I had married my first girlfriend, you would be married to your stepsister now. That one hits close to home. It happens. It happens all the time. There's only so many people in the world. It's just so strange to me that we have so many anime about it. Now here we go. Here we go. Harem in the Labyrinth of Another World. This show is gonna be amazing. The thing that I started the manga. And I'll tell you why. When they say we need more realistic shapes in anime, this is what they mean. This is a normal human shape. This is what they mean. They don't mean 400-pound people. They don't mean healthy at every weight. They mean someone who has a normal amount of body fat is okay for anime and manga. This is great. This show will be fun. I promise you it'll be fun. Nobody watches Ruby. Get out of here. Engage Kiss. This anime is set in Bailong City, an artificial island established outside of any country's jurisdiction in the Pacific Ocean to exploit local natural resources. In particular, the mining of the new energy resource orgonium has resulted in outbreak of disasters. I got some disasters in the last one, if you know what I'm saying. By demons in the city. Private military companies, PMCs, in case you weren't aware, are tasked with dealing with these incidents. The protagonist, Shu, runs a small PMC, though his spending habits have left him constantly penniless. Class, it's like Cowboy Bebop. They make money, but they spend it. A demon girl named Kisara does contract work at Shu's office and is constantly worried for him. Kisara attends a high school in Bailong City and does everything from clerical work to household chores. with confidence. Meanwhile, Ayano is Shu's ex-girlfriend, an elite agent and former work colleague in a major PMC that Shu used to work for. Okay, you went from engaged kiss to PMCs and demons. You got me. You got me. I'll give it a shot. Private military corporations and demons, I'm in. Kakegurui Twin. Is this a season 3? Oh, it's a prequel. A prequel. I'll watch the prequel. I'll do that. Personally, I'd prefer a little more realistic boobs. Sure, big booba and small booba jokes are fun, but can we have in the middle too? The mighty middle booba. It exists not for most. I just hit the X instead of saving that. Hold on. Save. Save. It's true. We need all size, like small, medium, and large. Here we go. This is the show for you. Vermeil in gold. Meet Alto, a hapless student at Royal Ortegia Academy, Ortegia, whose academic performance leaves much to be desired. Rather than take a more sensible approach to salvaging his grades in time for graduation, Alto decides to summon a bit of otherworldly assistance. Only after does he learn he's bound the legendary she-devil Vermeil into service as his familiar. But while Vermeil is powerful ally sure to turn his grades around, her magic can only be replenished with a kiss, and that makes everything go to hell with Alto's jealous childhood friend, Lilia. This sounds hilarious. What was that other one where they powered up with kisses? You been catching me on the replays recently? I hope those replays have been a blast. I try to make the show entertaining if you're here, and then hopefully entertaining if you have to catch me the next day or so. I know it's only 7 p.m. for me, but like for some people that could be 4 a.m. So we work it out. I'm gonna find something weird with this. The anime kiss recharge power. What was that? What was that show? And they're like the two girls. No, it wasn't kissing, it was physical touch. Anime where physical touch powers the guy. You're into butt jokes? Good. Everybody meet my furry ass that's into butt jokes. Oh man, I don't remember what that was, but there was an anime where the guy like had like special powers or something, but he got those powers and they got increased when he was like sexually aroused, but it wasn't like just sexual arousal because he was like a kid or whatever in high school, so it was also just like any kind of arousal. So like she would like hold his hand and suddenly his power would come back. You are usually the butt of the joke. Plains Escape Corner's furry ass. You are the butt of the joke. Yo Johan, Time Machine Blues. Here we go. The sequel to the Tatami Galaxy. Protagonist troublemaking friend Ozu gets a student's apartment only air conditioner remote control wet, breaking it on a certain midsummer day. The students wonder what to do about the situation for the remainder of the summer and make a plan with Akashi, an unstylish male student from 25 years ago in the future, arrives in a time machine. Wait, an unstylish male student arrives in a time machine. Protagonist travels back in time to try to retrieve the remote control before it's broken. This sounds too silly for me not to watch it. Like I said, I'm pretty sure this is a this is like a sequel kind of. Yeah, to Tommy Galaxy. So should be very fun. The maid I hired recently is mysterious. This one could fall off. I'm planning to watch this one. We'll give this one an episode or two. We'll see how it goes. And then we will make some decisions. It could either be very fun and enjoyable and silly, or it could be just so silly that you're like, after episode 1, I got all the jokes. uncle from another world. Good, great. I love all my uncles. You can say the same for this creepy ass over here. 17 years ago, Takafumi's uncle fell into a coma, but now he's back like a man risen from his grave. Soon, Takafumi discovers two bizarre things. His uncle treasures video games above all else, and while comatose, he was actually transported to another world as some heroic guardian. Not only does Takafumi have to room with an uncle who's literally magical, he also has to catch the guy up on 2 decades of history, smartphone, high-speed internet, 90s console wars. Oh, man. I cannot wait. I can't wait for this one. I hope it gets memed forever because that's great. That is so great. Uncle from Another World can't be bad. You read a bit of the manga for the maid one. Didn't get far enough for it not to be samey. Oh no, not another one. Not another one. Not another healer girl Mendokusai. Yakuza's Guide to Babysitting. I don't even care what it says on the thingy. I'm gonna watch this one. I'm going to gonna dive right in, see what's going on. Licorice Recoil. Likorico is a cafe with a traditional Japanese twist located in downtown Tokyo. But the delicious coffee and sugary sweets are not the only orders this cafe takes. From delivering packages short distance to pickups and drop-offs on the lonely streets at night to zombies and giant... Okay, I'm not reading anymore. I'm watching Likorico. This sounds fun. This sounds silly fun. I'm excited for that. A Bishonen is like a pretty boy. The site I am using for anime is anilist.co. If you go down to the description of this video, you will see my personal AniList link. If you click that, it will show you my AniList that I have made since starting this channel. The only stuff you'll find on it is from last season, the ones I'm adding from this season, and then from 2010 to 2019, we went through a bunch of different shows to figure out what would be the best anime of that decade. So those are the 3 categories of shows currently on my list. But I like it. I like the way that it tracks. I like the I use the Ojo app, OUJO, which connects to AniList. Makes it it's a very simple, like, just to open it up, click the button, and you just said that you've watched another episode of whatever the show is. Quite enjoy it. Yeah, let's double check Bishonen, because I'm pretty sure, because Bishoujo is a pretty woman. Bishonen would be the shonen version of that, or beautiful boy. Yeah, beautiful literally means beautiful youth boy. But yeah, it's a pretty boy show. And then Ike men would be like house husband would be Ike men, where they're like hot guys. 80% of the manga readers on AniList tagged it as Josei. Oh, good. Oh, good. Good. I don't know what else it would be. All right, Lucifer and the Biscuit Hammer. One day, college student Yuhi Amamiya is approached by talking lizard Sir Noi Crescent. Crescent immediately launches into a fantastical story. The powerful mage Animus intends to destroy the earth with his biscuit hammer, a huge contraption looming high in the Earth's orbit. Earth's only hope lies with the princess and her beast knights, whose task it is to protect the princess and defeat Animus. Yuhi is chosen as the lizard beast knight, and despite his misgivings, what in the world? He is saved by his neighbor, the princess. Okay. This show has one redeeming quality to it. One thing that could make this amazing. Last season, I felt the same way as I do now when I read the description for Couple of Cuckoos. When I read the description for Couple of Cuckoos, it was written so poorly, I was like, what is going on here? This description leaves me feeling the same. So either it is awful, or They just are bad at writing, and it's actually great, and they just can't figure out how to put that into words. So we'll give them a shot. We'll give them a shot. Tokyo Mew Mew New! Did you ever think you would see the day where you would get more Tokyo Mew Mew? I mean, honestly, did you ever say to yourself, "Oh, you know what, Tokyo Mew Mew? That, you know, I like that show." When did that show even come out? Hold on, manga. Oh, it's an alternative instead of a prequel or anything. So maybe it's a full redo. Maybe are they redoing it completely? Hold on a second. So Tokyo Mew Mew was back in 2002. The scientists of the Mew Project used DNA of endangered species to create a team of heroines imbued with amazing superhuman tech. One of them, blah, 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 discovers she's armed with the skills of an Iramote cat. Ichigo must band together with the Qs. The alternative relation is provisional until further information is released. Okay, so for now, they're just putting it as alt, but this could be a future thing or whatever. I am stoked. This is a 20-year-old show, and they're bringing it back. Tokyo Mew Mew got people into anime back in 2002. I know people who like, oh man, like Tokyo Mew Mew was probably like the show that really got me excited about anime. That wasn't like Pokemon or something. Like that's usually how it goes. One of the first anime you downloaded. Exactly. Now it's new. It's Mew Mew new. Oh, I'll definitely watch that. Black Summoner, waking up in a strange new place that with no memory of his past life. Kelvin. I wish it was Kevin. Hey, that's me. I'm Kevin. Hey guys, I got isekai'd. Oh no. Kelvin learns that he's bartered away those very memories in exchange for powerful new abilities during his recent transmigration, heading out into a whole new world as a summoner, with his first follower being the very goddess who brought him over. Kelvin begins his new life as an adventurer and isn't long before he discovers his hidden disposition as a battle junkie. From the Black Knight of ancient castle of evil spirits to the demon within the hidden cave of the sage, he revels in the fight against one formidable foe after another. Join this OP adventure in his exhilarating and epic saga as he and his allies carve their way into the annals of history. They're all about the annals of history. That's generic of the generic. Oh, no attempt at a twist, no nothing, just straight up isekai, guy named Kelvin. All we got. I bet it's Keduvin. They seem to make a lot of typos in names with an L or R involved. Keduvin. If it's Keduvin, then it is supposed to be Kelvin, like the temperature. But if it's like Kedavin probably. Usually it's a ra if it's supposed to be like an R, or it's a ru if it's supposed to be an L. Just as a general rule. Isakai Yakyoku, a young pharmacologist and researcher in Japan, died from overworking and was That's probably a real story. Some pharmacological guy has probably actually died from overwork. Reincarnated in medieval parallel Europe, he was reincarnated as a 10-year-old apprentice to a famous royal court pharmacist. Had attained inhuman skill, an ability to see through disease, material creation, and material destruction. I watched Pharmacist to Another World. It was okay. I watched Monster Girl Doctor. It was pretty okay. Isakai Yakyoku. Diomedia. Hold on, let's see. What else do we got? Diomedia. Oh, snap. Okay, maybe we give it a shot. So Diomedia also did Daemon. They also did The Saint's Magic Power is Omnipotent. They also did Domestic Girlfriend. Is this a manga? It's a light novel. Okay, well, okay. I'll watch one. What I mean, I'll watch one. I'll give it a shot. I'll give it a shot. Oh, excuse me. Burping now. I'll give it a shot. I'm giving this a shot, to be clear, because of the other works from the studio. I have no idea about the work of the light novel author, but based on this studio, could be good. We'll see. Shine on, Bakumatsu bad boys. In the era when samurai controlled Japan, the masked demons annihilated all but one member of the Shinsengumi, who had worked to maintain the peace and public order in Kyoto. 7 criminals are chosen as substitutes for the deceased Shinsengumi members, and they are led by Ichiban Boshi, whose parents were also killed by the masked demons. He later becomes a substitute for Commander Isami Kondo and goes after the masked demons with the other substitutes to avenge his parents' deaths. Former criminals rise up to restore peace and order as their crazy story begins. Now is the time to shine the brightest. Okay, the Bakumatsu is pretty interesting. Is there not completed. This is going plan to watch. Is there going to be some kind of twist to this? You finished the Saint's magic power is omnipotent. Yeah, it wasn't bad. It was like, oh, this is kind of a sweet show. There's no... Okay, Shine On Bakumatsu Bad Boys may have just jumped up even more. I don't see... It's an original work! Original! Pew, 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 pew! Hit the alarms! We've got an original anime, and the art looks cool, and it's about ancient Japan. Boo, 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 boo! Geno Studio, don't let us down. What else have you done, Geno? Geno? They were in Star Wars Visions. That's pretty cool. They also did Golden Kamui. Oh. And Golden Kamui. Golden Kamui. Oh. Well. Can't not give it a chance is right, Serranos. You're right. We have to give it a chance. Bastard! With 2 exclamation marks, which means it's a little bit yaoi. Heavy metal. Heavy metal. Dark fantasy! This should be great. I need to look up, is this going to be a sequel or is this supposed to be a retelling? This was a show back in the 90s. Source, the old OVA. Gosh, that old OVA looks so good. It says alternative, so it's theoretically going to be just a redo. That would be cool to get it just redone, but with like some really cool modern animation. Oh no! The yawns, they come! Orient was great. I'm skipping Love Live. If you like Love Live, watch Love Live. If you don't like Love Live, don't watch Love Live. End of the story. So Orient is a really fun one. You've got guys escape on swords. There's like crystals that power stuff, or they don't really escape. They like leave their village, but they're going out as like warriors to fight back against the demonic forces, the Kishin that are sort of destroying everything out there as they try to get to the crystals. And so they decide to fight back, and they find people on the outskirts. It's very Gurren Lagann. It's very Gurren Lagann. Like, let's go, bro. We got this, bro. We're on a power bike. Let's rock it out, bro. And then they meet a girl, and it's like, all right, bro, we've got a sister now, but it's not weird. We don't fight over her, bro. One of those things. So it's pretty good. Pretty good. I'm excited for more. Utaware Uro. I can't remember how to say this. Utaware Mono. Mask of Truth. I watched the last animated Utaware Mono. I'm going to make Brandon say this tomorrow, because even I can't say this damn word. Utaware Wade Rumono. Ute Wade Rumono. There we go. All right. I will probably give this one a shot. The first one was real slow before it got into some more interesting parts. But it got there. It got to the interesting parts, and during the slow parts, there was enough mystery to keep me hooked. So I will definitely check this one out a little bit. Oh yeah, it's gonna be great. It is gonna be funny. Drifting Home. One episode ONA. Sixth graders Kosuke and Natsume grew up in the same apartment building as childhood friends during summer break. While playing in the apartment building that is set to be demolished, they find themselves caught in a strange phenomenon. All they can see around them is a vast sea. Will Kosuke and the others make it back to their world? A journey of farewells and summer has just begun. All right, this is the studio Colorido. This is one of the, I think it's like 3 films that Netflix prepaid for, so they could get like a 3-movie deal and bring more anime to the series. It just doesn't sound like my deal. It just doesn't. And I think the studio Colorido, they did Iridoku Colors, which may have been great, but I'm colorblind. So I didn't really care. Oh no, they did a Whisker Away. Whisker Away was okay. Burn the Witch was kind of fun. But this doesn't sound like my kind of fun. Dropkick on my devil. If you love it, you love it. This is the 3rd season. Not my thing. I couldn't get into season 1. But I'm sure there's enough people out there that do enjoy that. Iraduko did not catch you either. And you can probably see color, so that just goes to show. League of Nations Air Force Aviation Magic Band Luminous Witches. It's Strike Witches alternate, if I remember. Hold on, let me double check real quick on this. This is not a sequel. This is just a different Strike Witches. So I am down to see more Strike Witching. You enjoyed the first one, didn't get to the second one yet. Well, now you can get to the second one before you get to the third one. Prima Doll. Cafe Corone Cote boasts an unusual roster of employees. A group of automata or autonomous mechanical dolls. Do they do the bounce thing as they move towards you? Serve their patrons with a smile, but they weren't always so suited to domestic life. Just a few years prior, automata served as weapons in the Great War, fulfilling the bloody purpose for which they were created. Now that the war has ended, these machines with human hearts search for their place in an unfamiliar, peaceful world, and their search begins at Kuroneko Kotai Cafe. You know what? With what our RPG Real Estate gave us last season, I'll give this one a shot. It's got the dark theme right in the beginning. What else has Bibbery done? The thing to the top show you have to watch next, though, is Made in Abyss. Yes. And especially, like, I just finished the movie a couple weeks ago. So I'm really stoked for it. So these people did Grisayas, Azur Lane, Bibbery. The best brain and eye defect in the world when watching on a flat 2D becomes 3D for you. In the real world, it's annoying. What? I can't even comprehend what you just tried to explain to me. When watching on a flat screen, 2D becomes 3D for you. How do you know which one goes in and which goes out? Anime commemorating the 50th anniversary of Kamen Rider debut in the ecologically minded city of Futo. Mysterious device resembling USB flash drives called Gaia memories are used by criminals and other interested parties to become monsters called dope ants. Dope! Committing crimes with the police force powerless to stop them. To make matters worse, the Gaia memories carry a dangerous toxin that causes their users to go insane to the point where they could die from the life-threatening devices. After the death of his boss, the self-proclaimed hardboiled detective Shotaro Hidari works with mysterious Philip to investigate crimes. Use the double driver belts to transform and combine into Kamen Rider Double to fight Dope Ant Menace and keep Futo safe. I hope they're just ants. I hope they're just giant ants and it's like, dope, those are some big ants. When you look at the moon, you see 4 of them. That's insane. I look at the moon and I see 1 of them. Maybe 2 of them if I've been drinking. That's about it. I don't see any more than that. Smile of Ars Notoria, the animation. Here in this Magic Academy city of Ashram, where everyone is required to live in dormitories, a close-knit group of girls known as pentagrams pursue their studies, including training in manners and magic to become true ladies. Ars Notoria. One of the students in Ashram lives in dorm 5 and is always with her dorm mate friends. Mel, who's the life of the party, Petite Albert, who's quiet and does things at her own pace, Picatrix, who wants to be the class president, and Abramelon, who's always cool. They take classes and work on their school duties together, and they throw tea parties after school in that room. We'll share the girls' fun and lively days with you. That room makes me want to watch this. The rest of that makes me not want to watch this. But you know what? Whoever put those quotes on there, whoever was like, man, what if we put quotes on this word? Hey, I like that you put quotes on the word. Let's print it. Like that team right there just earned themselves a I'll give it a shot. See depth where there is none. For me, watching normal movies and anime is like watching 3D for a normal person. Super strange. I had never heard of that. Yude Deco. Story begins when Barry, an average girl from an average home, meets Hack, a girl who looks like a boy. Charmed by Hack, Barry meets up with the team. Hack leads the Ghost Detectives Club. I'm in. We got ghosts and they're detectiving. Members of the club are socially dead, working invisibly within the digitally controlled society of Tom Sawyer. What in the Sam Hill? Oh, man, we have got some silly ones to do this season. Phantom of the Idol. Most idols are fueled by the love of performing, adoring fans. Yuya, however, is fueled by the love of an easy paycheck. Yuya is one half of the idol duo Zings, but his supreme laziness, not to mention his disdain for idol fans in general, has him on the brink of getting blacklisted from the business. In a chance backstage encounter, he meets the spectral Asahi, a mysterious former idol who's eager to share her own comeback by any means necessary, including assuming complete control of Yuya's willing body and aiming to become the best idol in the world together. Is their zany partnership a match made in heaven, or is it pure idol hell? That went from, meh, I didn't really like the idol show this season, to, heck yeah, I want to see some sexy idol ghost take over this pretty boy and do the dancing. Show me more. Oh, Teppen. Isn't there more Teppen? Hold on, let me double check here. No, there's not. For some reason I thought there was more Teppen. A diehard fan of comedians and comedy acts, enrolls in the private Kazuki High School in Nanba, Osaka's entertainment district. I love Osaka. I'm in. I just want to see Osaka in anime form, because we always see Tokyo, we always see Kyoto, we always see random mountain village or onsen village or whatever. Show me Osaka. Especially, you're gonna get me to Nanba. Nanba's where Dotonbori is. That could be a blast. I hope there's an episode where they go to Amerikamura, because that would be crazy to watch. An OVA where they play baseball as Superboys. I'm on the edge of psychosis. I'm on the edge of psychosis. Shoot! Goal to the Future. It's a soccer sports anime. I'ma skip it, skip right past it. The idol unit Tings. Ting. Wait, isn't that a Isn't that Nicki Minaj? Oh, it's Barbie Tings. That's what it is. Tings. Silly. The best manager in the world was supposed to be their savior, but not interested in being your manager. The man who shows up is Naose Hinaki. A man with no motivation. However, he has a special power. This is a story of how these girls can shine brightly. No, shine bright like the diamonds. More sports anime, but this one's got girly cover. Wait, hold on. The story of Extreme Hearts is set in the near future where the hobby of hyper sports, which are enhanced with special gear and power-up items, has become popular among children and adults alike. Story focuses on Hyori Hayama, a second-year high school student who initially has no connection to hyper sports, but after a chance encounter, this begins to change as Hyori and her friends grow closer and pursue their athletic dreams. Extreme Hearts has just made its way extremely into my heart for this summer 2022 season. Cannot wait. Prince of Tennis. I'm not a fan. Obey me. I didn't watch the first season. All I said is it's the second season. That sounds pretty lame. Kaiju File. This story is set in a world where unique kaiju suddenly begin to appear in various places around the world. Members of the United Nations Monster Observatory will explore a world where kaijus with great powers and humankind live together. You're passing on that one? You're passing on Obey Me, or you're passing on Extreme Hearts? I love anime with made-up sports. Kaijo was great. Kandagawa Jet Girls was great. I love me the fake sport. EH? Yeah, okay. Well, I'll watch it and I'll let you know how it is. I'll also check out Kaiju File if it actually, like, releases this season. We'll find out. Rilakuma's Theme Park Adventure. Nope. Yoru wa Neko Isho. When Fuda comes home tired at night, all he wants to do is spend time with his new cat. All the mysterious habits and mannerisms of house cats are carefully reproduced as relaxing and cute comedy about living with an adorable furball. I have a cat, so I guess I will watch this show about a cat doing cute cat stuff. Doomsday with my dog. My dog. The sole surviving human and her canine companion, Haru, wander a desolate wasteland after the destruction of civilization. But this is no dark doomsday tale. Haru, a wise behind his years, talking Shiba Inu, makes sure his master stays one step ahead of post-apocalyptic pessimism with his clever antics. Hilarious. He may be the last girl on Earth, but Haru aside, I'm gonna watch. You find sport boring to watch. You only like sports when you play them and you don't play anything anymore. I would argue that sports anime is more about the people and them growing and learning. And it's no different than a shonen show, but instead of a punch, that it is a kick or a throw or a squirt gun on the back of a Sea-Doo or swinging your ass so hard it knocks the other person into the water. So, to each their own. If you find sports anime boring, you may. However, I would say give the big three a shot. The big three being Keijo, Kandagawa Jet Girls, and Harukana Receive. If you watch those three sports anime and you come back and you're like, yeah, sports anime is boring, I will allow you to continue on your way. But until you do, I will sing those three praises. Card fight, not a me thing. Oh, that was it. That wasn't bad. I don't know what we start the list at 7:30. Now we're 8:10, so I can do that. Brandon's show's usually on an hour, so. But I think I can scroll through this, go through what I think is important in a tenor. Oh, we can definitely do that. What a fun season we've got coming. No, you watched all three of those and you still think sports anime are boring? How could Kandagawa... Oh. Is Initial D boring to you as well? Are you not stoked for MF Ghost coming up next year? I'm stoked for MF Ghost. I want more Initial D. And if the way I get more initial D is with the sequel series of MF Ghost, then I'm for it. I'm in it. I want it. Give it to me. I want it now. Wait a minute. I know I gave you the big three, but let me give you one more. And if this show... Why do I keep doing that? I keep brushing my hair backwards. If you can watch Birdie Wing, a golf girl's story, and still think that sports anime is boring when you've got underground golf gambling and mafia, RPGs, brothels. I was trying to think of the easy way to say that. Then I will allow you to say that sports anime is boring. If you don't like Birdie Wing, penis line, but do 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 do. How do they even make golf courses underground? Did you watch it? It was amazing. The whole course is like underground, but it also like changes. So you're just on the same area the whole time, but the hole keeps changing. So you don't have to like really move. You just go back to the tee and then it resets the whole area. It's like ultimate Top Golf. It's amazing. You have seen Birdie Wing. Did you like Birdie Wing? Because I love Birdie Wing. Also, what is this like? I'm passing on that one, but you've seen all of these other sports anime. Why are you passing on hyper sports or hyperball, whatever the hell they called it? But you're not gonna you're watching all these other ones where you're like, yeah, I'll pass on that. Does I'll pass mean you'll watch it later? You'll wait for me to watch it and say, hey, it's pretty dang good. And then you'll be like, oh, okay, I'll watch it. Is that what pass means? Hypabaru! Ha! Hit! Ha! Hit! 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 You're gonna have so many good, like, effort noises. That entire show is just gonna be constant. Hit! 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 You pass because you're trying to catch up on everything from the past 30 years. It sounds like you're about to catch up. Sounds like you're about to catch up. All right. Well, that is the plan for today. I am going to be, for me, up bright and early. I will be on Brandon, the Anime Guys show tomorrow at 8 a.m. Pacific time, 11 Eastern, I believe. Probably a little bit easier of a time for Kitty Bear over there. I will be talking about what shows he should watch. So it'll be a little more nuanced take than we got here, just because I will give a lot of shows a shot, because I have I'm pretty good at just stopping. I know some people, they start a show and they're like, well, I started the show, I gotta finish the show. If I don't like a show, I'm not gonna waste any more time with it. So I'll start a show and I'll stop a show. And if you're a person who has to finish a show, let me start the show for you, and I'll tell you whether or not I think it's any good. Back to the last 5 D-side Troublemaker, the animation episodes. Get on it! I just watch anime. I gotta get a whip sound on like a soundboard here. Whip sound and the MLG horn, the air horn. Meow, meow, meow. You're about to say that too, yeah. I've seen every sports anime ever. I don't like sports anime. I mean, the person who would know if they liked sports anime would be the person who watched all sports anime. So there is that. There is that case where, you don't know you don't like the taste of a food until you try the food, right? But then someone else makes it and you're like, no, my family recipe is different. And you're like, all right, I don't know that I like this, but okay, I'll give it a shot. And you give it a shot, it's still not good. Like, I mean, holy heck, I don't know that I could do that. I would get in, like, if a sports anime is boring for me, I'd bounce. As soon as an anime makes me skip anything else other than the intro and credits, it goes out of my watch list. What else would you skip? Do you just randomly start fast forwarding in the middle of an episode? I've seen this show before. Beep beep beep. I can't imagine doing that. I'll at least just watch it, and if I'm so bored that I want to fast forward something, sure, it's already in the drop list, so maybe that's kind of where we're both at. But I've never skipped something to be like, hey, is this gonna get better later in the episode? I always assume that you would need to see part of it in order to know what's coming next, And as much as I can guess, that is still a guess. Like, I knew RPG real estate was going to get dark. I was not expecting it to get as dark as it got. So it's always good to see the execution of what you assume is going to happen in a show. So interesting. All right. Like I said, that was my plan for tonight. I will be, again, back on Brandon tomorrow. I will be tweeting out the link probably tonight, and then again tomorrow morning before we go live. I also have a locals community that is pending approval. So once that gets approved and up, that will be the first place that I post any notice of when I'm going live or what shows I'll be on, like if I'm here or there, because algorithms with like Twitter and YouTube don't always work great. So rather than wait until I've got too much to do, I'm gonna get all that stuff started now, so I can already have the locals community as part of what I do. Plus, I think it'll be a fun place to post something that maybe a little more personal than something you'd want to put on Twitter, maybe if I actually go fishing with friends or something, then I wouldn't feel bad posting to like a locals community photo if there's friends in that. So look for that. I put the link down in the description. I just don't know if it's active yet. I was just going through the finalizing today. So we'll find out there. Stuff gets boring, you'll skip. Check if it's better. If not, it goes out of the list. Yeah, that's. I guess you give it more than I do with that, because if it's bored me and I'm like not wanting to finish it, it's just out the list. I don't even skip ahead to see if it gets better. With One Piece fillers, you'll skip. That I could see. You pull up like the Naruto list of like what shows should I watch, or what episodes do I watch instead of or here and there. Why do women think I'm dirty and sleep in poo when I say I sleep in a hole? Probably because the women that you talk to are only familiar with shitholes. That would be the initial thoughts on that one. Blaine's Escape Corner's furry ass. But you can't be dirty. Don't you have a bidet? Everybody should have a bidet. Saves on toilet paper. Congratulations, I just saved you from the next coming toilet paper apocalypse. Buy a bidet. Do it now. I love mine. It's great. All right, let's get out of here. Everybody, have a wonderful rest of your evening. Once again, I will catch you bright and early in the morning. Because the hole is owned by an ass, so it's an asshole. Yes. Ha ha ha. Oh. I hope to see much more of Blaine's Escape Corner's furry ass. You want to destroy the world? Does bidet as your enemy? Well, I mean, you could destroy the world by like turning on all the bidets at once. That would be, like when you're a kid in the 90s and it shows you like the don't leave the water on while you're brushing your teeth. And the person's like turns on the water, and then the water's like emptying out of the lake, and the fish is like losing more and more water. And they're like, I can't survive in this little of water. It's like, turn the water off and the fish will live. And you're like, yeah, but I've already taken the water. So now the fish is going to die anyway. So what do we do? You could do that. You could destroy the world with the bidets. They don't have to be your enemy. They could be your ally. Pop culture, I will see you around. Look forward to catching up with you as well. Hope you had a wonderful weekend. And to everyone, I will catch you tomorrow for Titty Tuesday. What I'm going to call it right now. Make you come for Titty Tuesday. You're already below sea level with your head. Curve of the earth has me below the water. Explain that, globalists. Have a good night, everybody. Kampai.